All right, and we're live. I'm so excited for us to be on day 16. Day 16, and we're in phase three. So, how did yesterday go? Yeah, I'd love to know how many calls did you invite? How many people did you invite to the calls? Did you book any? If you did, drop the number in the comments. I'd love to see what we've been able to do. Here's what I want to say to each of you who sent invites and did not get anything, any bookings yet. That's normal. It's not a no. That's not a not yet. Today we're going to talk about how we turn that from a not yet to a yes. Because all we're doing is an inviting to connection. Today's about follow up. And I'm going to tell you right now, follow up is where most people leave it. They forget about it in their business. We do it. Everybody does it. It's human. And that's where we're leaving a lot of money on the table. And you're leaving it on the table for your entire business, not just this part. It's not because you don't have good offers. It's not because people aren't interested in what you have to offer, but because you send one message and you're like, eh, they didn't want it, and then you let them go. You didn't get a response immediately, so you disappeared. So you think they disappeared too, right? Like we kind of flip it in our brain. Today we're not going to disappear on them. We're going to call this open the door, right? We're opening the door, just like my dog's trying to do right now. Here's something I want you to understand about how buying decisions actually happen. Most people don't respond in their first message. Not because they're not interested, but because life has gotten busy. Because they meant to respond. Like how many times do you mean to respond and then you totally forget to respond? Because they saw it the wrong moment. Look came in, they were driving or they were in the car with somebody or someone else had your phone. You guys, a lot of people have kids are on the phone, they look at the message and they forget, right? So that's because, or they thought that they needed some time to think about it and then they got distracted and they totally forgot to come back because they wanted to say yes but wasn't sure what they needed to do to take the next step. Those are a lot of the things that people have going on in their complicated brains. Your follow-up isn't actually considered chasing. I don't consider it chasing. It's opening the door again so you can serve somebody because somebody's already walked through this door to have the conversation with you, but they haven't come all the way through, so they're not done yet. Let me break down kind of what this looks like for each of you. For those of you in the coaching field, it sounds like, hey, I just wanted to circle back on my message from yesterday. I know things get busy and messages get lost. I wanted to make sure this didn't get lost in that whole shuffle because based on what you've shared with me, I genuinely think a conversation can be valuable for you right now. Here's my calendar link if you want to grab a spot this week. For a service provider, if sounds like, hey, I was thinking about you and about what you mentioned about blank, and I think I have the solution that could this could totally work for you, and I would love to take 15 minutes of your time to walk you through it. Do you have any time this week? For someone who's a product creator, follow up sounds like, hey, I've been thinking about that piece we talked about, and I have a few ideas I'd love to run by you. I do not want to lose the timing on this because my custom order slots fill up quickly. Can we get on a quick call, or do you want me to send you a few concept ideas for you to react to? For someone who deals with energy, remember we got to be a little bit clean and clear on this one. Hey, I've been thinking about you since we talked last. I know you mentioned feeling blank, and I wanted to share with that I know exactly how you feel, and this is what I help moms walk through and work through. I have a spot open this week for a real conversation. No pressure at all. Just a genuine check-in to see how you're doing and whether I can help you or not. In every case, you're doing three things. You're showing up and you're showing that you remember them specifically. You're making the next step really easy for them, and then you're making them feel like the follow-up is for their benefit, not yours, because it genuinely is. So let's talk about voice notes. I love voice notes. Um, I think there's a couple of you that I've left a few with, and I'm getting ready to work on that. I'm going to show you how to do that on your handy dandy phone. So you're going to go into your messenger. You can do this on your computer too. And you're going to hit the microphone and you're going to leave a voice note and say, oh my God, Lisa, I was thinking about you today and blah, 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 blah. I really think that this could help. Would you love me to send over my calendar link? So then you just send it. And then the voice note's there. Make it genuine, make it real, make it something that they can connect with, right? When someone hears your voice, it shortens that time frame down. So like if you do a 10-second 10 to 15 second to a minute long voice note, it shuts down that time to having 10 to 20 text messages or messages back and forth. It just shortens the time, makes people feel heard, and it instantly adds to the trust value. And that trust, the trust that normally takes that long period of time, those 10 messages, is shut down to a 60-second voice note. They sense your genuineness, they feel your energy, and they know that they can hear you and that that is you. Your voice is one of your most valuable sales tools, and most people aren't using it. Today, we're going to use it. Ah, how many of you guys have left voice notes before? I'd love to know. Do you have some ideas of who you want to send your next note to, your next message to, so that we can make sure that you are following up? So here's your 4 moves for today. It's all about opening the door that's got that crack in it already. So move 1, follow up with anyone who opened the DM or opened your DM conversations this week but did not book or respond. Go through your sent messages right now. Find the conversations that went quiet, because I'm sure there are some. Send a follow-up that is warm, specific, and makes the next step really easy. So take 3 to 5 seconds or a minute to look over what you guys conversed about, and then follow up with a voice note. Not a hey, just checking in. Something real that references something that you've had in the conversation. If you feel a little foreign and away from it, go ahead and look at their profile and see if there's something going on in their life, and just say, hey, I saw that you've got X. Would you, and we've been talking about Y, would you be interested in jumping on a call so we can connect? Move 2, post a spots available message to those guys. You can post it as a actual post itself. If you've got a group and you want to talk to the people in the group, and it's whether it's your group or someone else's group. If it's someone else's group, we got to look at the rules. Go ahead and say, I have 2 spots open this week for a connection, consultation, custom order, a session. If you've been thinking about reaching out, this is your sign. Here's how to grab one of those spots. It creates urgency, creates scarcity, and it is, because you only have 2 spots because that's all you've scheduled for yourself, right? Only post it if it's true, though. But if you have open time this week, it is true. Move 3, send a voice note or DM, a video DM to your top warm 3 leads. And move 4, practice your call opener out loud before your next call. Before anything else today, say out loud how you want to open your discovery calls, how you introduce yourself, how you transition into asking them questions. Practice it until it feels natural. So we want to make sure that if we're going to invite people to the call, we're ready for the call. You know where the worksheets are, so here's what I want you to walk away with today. The fortunes and the follow-up. You know how the riches are in the niches, the fortune is in the follow-up. Not because following up is pushy, but because following up is you serving the people who are already interested but have not made any moves yet. You're not chasing them, you're opening the door again, and it makes it easier to walk through. So I know that's the sleazy, slimy piece that people feel is salesy, right? The follow-up. But genuinely, if you have a product or a service that serves people, you're doing them a disservice by not letting them know that that's what you got. So follow up with the people who went quiet. Let them know that you've got spots available to converse. This isn't a sales call. This is actually a discovery call. Discovery to see if you guys should work together. Send your voice notes. Practice your openers. And drop how many people you followed up with and what happened. Every response, every booking, every conversation that opened back up gets to be celebrated. So open the door and let's get paid.